Target Series heads to the famed Indianapolis Motor Speedway, nicknamed the Brickyard, in Speedway, Indiana. It is the Indiana 250. 2 races left before we get to the Target Series chase. After today, only 1 race left to make the chase. Franz Weiss with 38 has the pole for today's event. To his outside second is Dylan Ebrahimian in the 36 car. Then third is Adam McDowell. Fourth is Greg Torres. Rounding out the top 5, we have Kashawn Richardson. Then to his outside 6, we have Nathan Orman. 7th place is Patrick Smith. 8th is Ryan Brommer. And 9th is Mathis Wells. His teammate Anthony Nez rounds up the top 10. For the rest of the field, there's Justin Zidell, who's outside Cole Luigi in the 42. Then behind them, we have Riley Sprayly-Tube and Sebastian Kukulan, along with Greg Lee and Paul Taylor. And there's Alexander Rowe with Jose Mills. Behind them, Jonathan Rains and Colton Yo. Then we have Trey Rainey and William Seaman. Behind them, Luke Rainey and Diego Yepez. Then there's Trip McGinnis and Levi Schoen. Behind them, Anton Charlebois and Max Anderson. Then we have Jennifer Beeford and Danny Lloyd, who is second in points, along with Derek Hamill and Mike Burrow. And there's William Bolin and Jeff Wright. Behind them, Matt Oskin and Jason Larker, along with Simon Bloomfield and George Cooper. Steve Larker and points leader Jake Gow in the 19. And the final row holds Eli Brent in the 88. And to his outside 42nd is the number 15 of Oliver Galloway. So there's our 42-car field for the Indiana 250 in the Target Series. Look down track time, fire the engines up here at the Brickyard.
Drivers, start your engines!
And the Target Series drivers fire up their cars as we get ready for racing around the 2.5-mile Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the Brickyard, one of the most famous tracks in North America. We're getting ready for racing in the Target Series. Franz Weiss, Dylan Ebrahimian have the front row for today's Indiana 250. It's going to be a crazy one for sure. We've seen photo finishes here, we've seen crazy wrecks here, we've seen last lap pass, we've seen everything under the sun here in Indianapolis. Will we see something different here today is the question. 15 laps, the second to last race before we get to the chase for the Target Series Championship. Race number 22 of the Target Series Season 8. Pace car to pit rows that come down this long front stretch. Big front straightaway, it's like a canyon, and you go into the grandstands on the other side. Franz Weiss, Dylan Ebrahimian, along with Adam McDowell, Greg Torres, and Kashawn Richardson lead the field to the green flag. We're racing in Indianapolis. Franz Weiss did what he needed to do right there in lap 1. He started on pole, he's going to lead lap 1 as he clears the field. Now the question is, can he block? Can he just stay in front of these lines, protect that bottom lane of the course, the outside lane of the straightaway? Let's see if he can keep that going here at this point in the race. We're only on lap 2. McDowell to the outside of the 22. Kashawn Richardson looks to the inside. 20 gets blocked right there by the 22. Then off the corner and down the backstretch. McDowell in the draft for that 38, just trying to stay with him for now, down the backstretch. Not looking for a move quite yet. Just waiting, trying to get that help from behind. Patrick Smith, the 86, moves to 4th. As McDowell looking for the lead in turn 3. Can he quite get there? No, not yet. He is on the back bumper, though, in case that 38 does slip up a little bit as they come through 4. McDowell, the 22, but it's going to be the pole sitter, Franz Weiss, to lead his second consecutive lap in the Indiana 250. And they are wadded up behind the top 5, single file and all in a train that's very close together. The first move is going to be from 3rd place. Kashawn Richardson makes the move for a second, and McDowell as they go through 1. A great move by that 20 car, and here comes Mathis Wells to help him out. Smith stayed high, the 5 looks to the inside. Darlington, where Mathis Wells wants to win another crown jewel racetrack. Indianapolis, he's going through the 3rd in the 5 car. Great run down the backstretch for the 5 of Mathis Wells. Now does he look for a second on Richardson, the 20 car, got a little wide there. Gets down from the 5 though, great arc. Meanwhile, though, it's still Franz Weiss in control of the race lead. Mathis Wells makes the move for second, the 5 car, as they make their way down the front stretch. Franz Weiss will lead his 3rd lap of the race. Wells through to second, the 5. He's not quite clear yet. Now he is into turn 1. Justin Zidell through to 3rd, the 18. Kukulan for 4th in the 4 car. Front 3 move up. Now the 4 is going to look low for 3rd. It's going to help Mathis Wells out right there. Here comes the number 60, Greg Lee, coming forward. Wells got a good run off turn 2. Got to the back of the 38. However, no help behind. It's just kind of stalled out. He's losing some ground now down the backstretch. See if he can make it up in the corners. Seems like the 5 gets some good exits to the corners, gets some good runs off the straightaways, but then can't quite make it work. He doesn't have the help from behind to try and make it. Right there, this will give his best chance. As the 4 behind him, Kukulan, we'll see if he can make a move. Through 4, the 38 holds a nice bottom lane. Single file at the front of the field. Franz Device, Matthews Wells, Sebastian Kukulan, Greg Lee, Jose Mills, and Colton Yell, the first 6. Who's going to be the first to break low into turn 1? Oh, Wells looked. I think that was a little fake, though. I think he was trying to fake that 38 out, make him make a mistake. He's standing in line for now, but the move was actually made by Greg Lee, the 60. He made the move to the inside, grabbed third away from Kukulan down the backstretch. Jose Mills, the 11, coming forward. Here he comes. Colton Yo's pusher. Now the 11 moves up, gives the bottom lane to the 9. Levi Schoen's the 00 coming forward. He made a move there on the 52 Trey Rainey. He has Max Anderson, the 23, just behind him. Wells again peaking, but needs the help to make it work. Device doing a great job right now out in front of the Indiana 250. They come off turn 4. Down, once again, this long front straightaway. Franz Device, Mathis Wells, Greg Lee, Jose Mills, Colton Yo, Levi Schoen's all clear and in line. But can Wells make a move? He's looking low again to turn 1. I don't think he had the run, though, to do it. No, he didn't. The 38 stays out and clear for now. I'm impressed by what that 38's been able to do. It's out in front. They're lined up behind. They just can't quite get the push to make it work. Let's see what they can do this time down the backstretch. Wells again over the back of the 38, but can't quite get the run to make it. And so far, just staying in line. It's hard to clear past at this point. Wells again. Looking low. He had half a car length out from behind the 38, but couldn't quite get underneath him. And it's going to be Franz Device Lee's 6th lap of the 15-lap event. Now, Greg Lee got a good run to the back of the 5. Does he take it to the inside? No. They're all staying in line. The front about 10 are in line. Single file. No one making a move. It's a train at Indianapolis. With about 11, 12, 13 cars, he left right the last one that's clear for now. Here comes Anton Sharp on the 55 trying to clear as well, as the move is made for the lead. Mathis Wells did not want to wait any longer. He's shown it, but didn't have the help. Now he's going to make the move again to turn 3. I think he got the side draft at that 38. He's going to make the pass right there. So Mathis Wells, the 5, is through to the front in Indy. He brings Greg Lee with them, as Lee now looks to the bottom for the lead. Down the front stretch, he has the run, the push from Colton Yo, and now they're starting to race at the front of the field. One driver makes the move, everyone's going to make it then. Wells leads lap 5 points for him. That's well needed. Greg Lee also wants 5 bonus points. He's just on the outside, the top 10 points. He doesn't have a win either. Colton Yo the same there in the 9. I mean, these drivers that are right now at the front of the field, they need these bonus points badly. So I would expect to see Colton Yo race Greg Lee hard to lead this lap. He doesn't want the 60 to get 5 points. He wants to get those 5 points himself for the 9 team. He's going to get it. He got a great push from Levi Schoens. Schoens gives Yo the push to get to the inside of the 60. However, will the 00 let the 9 lead the lap, or can he try and get the lap land, steal it from the 9? We're going to find out as they come to the short shoot in the middle, 3 and 4. I think Yo has it right here. Yo, Schoens clear. They're first and second. Here comes Jeffrey for the 16 to the inside. Mike Burrows well on the 45. It's going to be Colton Yo to lead the lap at the start-finish line. 5 bonus points for the 9 driver. Need that. Well needed there. Schoens in line. The 00 stays down to the bottom lane in turn 1. Colton Yo, the 9, just in front of him. Jeffrey for the 16. Clear as well. Schoens with the run through 2. Couldn't quite make it work. Down the backstretch now. See what we can do. In line for the front 4. 2 Fords. Chasing the Chevy of Colton Yo with the Toyota in 4th, Mike Burrow. There comes another Ford up to 5th, the 28 car. Tripping against the 01 starting to come forward. He left right the 88. Anton Charbois, Dylan Ebrahimi, who started this race in 2nd. He's found his way back to the front. Here comes Schoens. That was an awkward move, though. I don't know if his run was kind of stalled there. He doesn't have the help. Look, he's actually lost ground to the 9 because they're side by side now. Beaver jumps to the outside because the 00 got really, really slow off turn 4 making that move, and the 9 pulled away a little bit. But now that allows Schoens to get a run back to him in the draft. Yeah, look at that. It actually worked for Levi Schoens in the end. Schoens inside Colton Yo for the lead. I don't know if Schoens did that on purpose or if that was just a very lucky gamble that he took there, but it did work for the driver of the 00, and he's going to get to the front right here. George Cooper, the 28 for the 2nd, trip against the 01 through to 3rd. Cooper looked for a run for the lead, couldn't quite get it done, gets in line behind the 00. now looks low, and his Ford teammate couldn't quite make the pass work there off turn 4. And down this, once again, long front straightaway. 5 to go in Indy. Yellow flag would end the race. Jones out in front, George Cooper second, Trip McGinnis the 01 to third. Eli Bright through to fourth, the 88. It's probably been the worst junior motorsports car this season, so he wants to win badly to show that he still has it in that 88 car. Cooper looked, didn't have the run. Look at the run the 88 Eli Bright had, though. It got a little stalled out, he didn't want to make the move. I think he could have made that move if he chose to go to the inside. I think he had enough for a run that would have actually stuck and he would have been able to make that move. So to see, we're coming down to the end of this race. George Cooper looking on Levi Schoens, coming to 4 to go for the lead. Schoens just doing a great job out in front, just keeping that car where it needs to be, not letting them create runs behind them. 4 to go in the Indiana 250 in the Target Series at the Brickyard. Cooper looks for a run on Schoens, but the Double Zeros have been having none of it so far. Trip McGinnis, Eli Bright, Anton Charlebois, Ebrahimian, Oskin, Bloomfield, Hamill, all clear along with Jake Galloway. He has 3 victories this season. Can he make it a 4th and extend the points in Indy? With just a few cars behind him is second in points Danny Lloyd. And oh, by the way, the driver of that 21, he has the most top 10s this season in the Target Series. He knows how to get it done very quietly and solidly here this season. Now Schoens is doing... Oh, look at that, though. The move to the inside for George Cooper, the 28. I don't know if it's going to work for him, but will it work like what happened with Schoens? We're going to find out. 3 to go in the Brickyard. Cooper has a run. He's there. You guys knows beneath the double zero, he's going to make the pass work off turn 1. George Cooper out in front now in Indy as they come off turn 2. Clear as well. He can move up from his Ford teammate Levi Schoens if he wanted to. Stays in line for now. As Eli Bright's pushing the 88, also clear in the draft. See what they do. Can Eli Bright win his first Target Series race of the season? His closest was at North Wilkesboro, finishing runner-up to his father, Jeff Bright. Can he break through and win for Junior Motorsports at the famed Brickyard? We're going to find out. Coming to 5 miles left, 2 to go. Eli Bright makes the move down the front stretch. Cooper led the left, but the 88 has the inside lane. All the help from behind. No one went high. 2 to go in the Indiana 250. Eli Bright clears and leads, but now Anton Charlebois quickly to the bottom lane. Going to spoil the 88's party at the front of the field. Anton Charlebois through to the front here in the Indiana 250. Ebrahimian in the 36 up to second. He started this race in the second position. Can he one-up his starting position to win here in the Target Series? We'll come to the white flag. Ebrahimian for the lead in turn 3. Who will lead at the white flag? Who will then lead at the checkered flag? Ebrahimian is clear out in the front. Samet Oskin to the inside of the 93. Looks for a run down the front stretch. Here they come to the main straightaway. Last lap at the Brickyard for Dylan Ebrahimian and the rest of the field. Who gets back around the lead in the Indiana 250? Now they're side by side for a second. That's only helping the 36 at the front. Bloomfield going to try and get to second right here and make a charge. Bloomfield is clear, but has to get in the draft. Derek Kimmel doesn't bound from behind. Down the backstretch for the final time at the Brickyard. Now he's clear, but can he get in the draft and make a run? Right now, he doesn't have the speed to make it work. This might be the 36's day into turn 3 for the final time. Jake Galloway looks like he'll extend the points. He's up to 4th for the 19. But in front of him, that is the story. They come off turn 4. Dylan Ebrahimian started this race in second, fell back, but got back up to the front when he needed to. Checker flag in the other Target Series in Indianapolis goes to Dylan Ebrahimian. That was great by that 36. He timed it right, and on the last lap, he got out front. They were side by side behind battling. They couldn't close in, and the driver of the 36, Dylan Ebrahimian, wins the Indiana 250 at the Brickyard. Let's go to the finishing results as we head to the final race before the chase. Here's how they finished in the Indiana 250 at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We did not have a caution flag during the race here today, but we had 5 lead changes among 6 different drivers through 15 laps. The driver started second, leads 2 laps to victory lane. Dylan Ebrahimian wins the Indiana 250 over Simon Bloomfield, who ends up second. Derek Kimmel third. Jake Galloway extends the points lead with a nice, consistent 4th place finish, and Justin Zeidel rounds out the top 5 of the 18 car. Then you have William Seaman in 6th, a great points day for him to keep it inside the top 10 points. So Matt Oskin 7th, Paul Taylor 8th, Anton Charbonne 9th, and Max Anderson rounds out the top 10. As you look at the top 20, Luke Rainey, consistent solid points day for him in 12th. He was very quiet all day long. See Levi Schoen's down here, led 3 laps. Looked like he had a shot at the end, but fell back once put to the high side. Lloyd falls back to 20th in the finishing position. So he loses some points to points leader Jake Galloway. As you look down, the dominant car of the day was definitely Franz Device. He started on pole, led the first 6 laps outright. No one ever challenged him. But then once he fell back, he never could recover in time. He falls to 38th finishing position. Greg Lee a bad points day, Mathis Wells a bad points day, Colton Yo a bad points day, Jeff Bright gets a good points day, and I think he's now up inside the top 10. Because Sean Richardson, this was a dangerous race for him. He is 20th in points coming into this race. Does a 28th place finish put him outside the top 20 in the points, and now is he out of a wild card? We're going to go find out now as we go check the point standings and heading into race number 23 of the Target Series season. 22 races down, here are the points. Jake Galloway extends its points lead. It's 123 now over Denny Lloyd, who keeps 2nd. Paul Taylor is 3rd, Simon Bloomfield 4th, and Trey Rainey is 5th. Then you have Sebastian Kukulon 6th, William Seaman 7th, Franz Device 8th, Derek Hamill is 9th, and Jeff Bright holds the final spot inside the top 10. And we look at the top 20, oh so close for the wildcard spot. Currently our 2 wildcards, Colton Yo, who is 11th, and now it's Luke Rainey, who is 13th in points. Orman 12th in points and doesn't have a win this season. Mathis Wells is just outside of a wildcard spot, same with Steve Larker, and Dylan Ebrahimian with his wins up to 18th in the points here this season. And why is it that Luke Rainey now's a wildcard? It's not because Sean Richardson, well, the 20 has fallen. He is down now 2 points behind the top 20, so heading into Hillside, pressure packed for the 20 team, and also drivers like Colton Yo or Luke Rainey or Mathis Wells, because they might not know if they're going to get a wildcard spot until the last lap, when the 20 might get the positions he needs or not. So this could be an intense Hillside race, especially for the wildcard spot. But if these drivers don't want to rely on a wildcard spot, Colton Yo's only 26 out of Jeff Bright. Nathan Orman is 30 out. Luke Rainey's 55 out. And Mathis Wells is about 67 out with Greg Lee 69 out. Steve Larker is 76 out, same with Riley Spurley-Tube, Dylan Ebrahimian, and all the others down here. But as we look down 21st to 4th, there's Sean Richardson has 2 victories. He's 2 points behind. But do not count out Trip McGinnis, Jose Mills, Mike Burrow, or Greg Torres. And why, you may ask? Well, if any one of those drivers wins at Hillside, there's a great possibility that they move their way inside the top 20 points, and with 2 victories, they're a wildcard spot. So watch for that to possibly occur at some point at Hillside. Watch for Trip McGinnis, Jose Mills, Mike Burrow, and Greg Torres to take some massive moves, because at that point, a win at Hillside is basically the only thing that's going to get them into the chase for the Target Series Season number 8 championship. And as we look down right here, the rest of the points field, gotta know, I think Greg Torres is basically the cutoff to making the chase or not at this point in the season. We look ahead, race number 23, the final race of the regular season in the Target Series. We will go to Hillside, the Mountain Dew Last Chance 300. I will see you guys then.